everyone. Sailor Moon here. Sailor Mars here. And today we're going to talk about, you know, the hate that we would get on YouTube or U side or U way. Now, first off, the hate that we got was never ever needed. There was never no ground sake or why for the hate. But it came. Trolls and haters would come out of the woodwork, and it would start from 2008 YL and end in 23rd between YL. Why? I'll tell you why. Because we just stopped dealing with them. You know, now, we don't know what their ground sake or why was for them to do the bullying that they did, but they did. And they would bully Duane a lot. They thought that he was a smooth goal, you know. So, it all did not start. Now, you might wonder, what did we say or do to bring the hate on, or the bullying on? And the answer would be nothing. Yes, we made our first YouTube fairway in 2008 YL, and nothing happened. Everything was good. But once we started making our films, and this was like towards the end, the 12th month of that year, because we didn't get our first web shooter until that time of the year. So, and all the hate started. You know, and a lot of folks will say, "Oh well, when you put yourself out there, you're going to get hate." Yeah, when you put yourself out there, you're going to get folks who don't like your work. And I understand that. But what you don't understand, or what some folks don't understand, is that it's not only folks that don't like your work. Now, if it was folks that didn't like the work, that would be one thing. But no, it would be folks that either would, make fun of you or shame you or shame you in some way, or guilt you about things, or make up stuff about you and besmirch your name or wish death on you, all kinds of things. Now, what made the trolls and haters think that Duane would be a smooth goal? Because he was doing Sailor Moon dolls. And a lot of folks out there think that you thought that this was evil or sinful or wicked or unlawful, whatever they thought it was. And and who knows what all that was about. It would go with mean words on the films, mean words on the fairway. Then it would offshoot to mean film, answers or talks. There was never no need for any of it. You know, there never was. Wow, can I go on, Sailor Moon? Yeah, you're right, Sailor Moon. There was never no need for it. It just offshooted, and it went from that into, the hacking. And then the fake flagging. And then we were going through fairways like Sailor Moon Red, and Sailor Moon Red 1, and Sailor Moon's Best 1, and Sailor Moon's Best 2, and Sailor Moon on YouTube, which we misspelled a U, and Sailor Moon on YouTube, and Sailor Moon Red 1, 2, 3, 4, and Sailor Moon Tube 11, which we just named it Sailor Moon for Life, and none of that was needed. They made Duane out to be evil and sinful and wicked and unlawful, since A, he was on Team Stronghold Guild income help. They didn't work full time or half time, so they thought he was lazy. They thought that he shouldn't be playing with dolls. That's how they would say it, as if it was, wrong. And there was really nothing we could do about it. Yes, Duane stood up for himself, but all it did was just that was all it did, was bring more trolls and haters, because that's what they wanted. So Duane stopped answering to them. He stopped watching their films, reading what they wrote. He hushed and locked them, and that was the end of it. And ever since then, the hating and the trolling and whatever the hell it was came to a stop. Now, does Duane have any hate towards these folks? No. Duane forgives them for everything they said and everything they did. Um, you know. So at the end of the day, no one really seems to know why the bullying and hate was going on. No one knows. They, haters and trolls, had their forgivenesses, but they were no forgivenesses when you think of it. They're like, oh, well, Christopher Westland Chandler isn't around right now for us to bully him. Oh, that was the one they like to bring up all the time. Like, oh, Duane was guilty of the same deeds and behaviors and doings on his films that this Christopher Westland Chandler was. You know. And they seem to say, oh, well, Duane, you and him are the same. You're both living beings. You're both white. You both were in your early 20s. Well, now he's in his late 30s. And you don't work. So they thought that made him, Duane, as bad as this Christopher fellow. Well, it did not. But that was their forgivenesses. They thought they were keeping the interweb well from bad influences, bad folks, whatever the English word for it is. I don't know. Yeah, can I go on now? You're right, Salem Mars. At the end of the day, the folks who were guilty of the bullying and the trolling, well, they were doing bad. They were being mean. They were being bad. Alright? They were doing the things they said that they were against. And a lot of these folks will say, oh, well, it was kids and it was tweeners. No, it was grown-ups that were doing the bullying and trolling. Not only kids and not only tweeners. So don't make the forgiveness of that. And they stopped to think of it. They were the ones that were in the wrong for the bullying, the trolling, whatever they were doing and saying back in the day. Not Duane that was coming on and making films with his Sailor Moon dolls, which wasn't doing anything sinful or unlawful or wicked or evil to anyone. So anyway, it is what it is. We'll never truly know why the hate came, or why Duane got hated or bullied or trolled on, or why so many folks thought that what he was doing on this website was wrong, or evil, or sinful, or wicked, or unlawful. Most of it, all of it, was their thought and belief. So, at the end of the day, it's behind us now. But every once in a while we talk about it because it was a big thing that happened. And I think we went through all that for a ground, stake or why. And I think we came out very more good out of it than we learned. We took away something from it, whatever it was. I guess we learned not to be that way. Alright, and now Sailor Moon? Alright. Well, if you like this film, then follow us over here at Sailor Moon for Life. Watch the other film you made yesterday over here with Sailor Moon and Sailor Mercury. I, Sailor Mars, and I, Sailor Moon, and we'll see you later. Bye.